rim protectors can't save you all the time.
Sure.
And two, you get your rim protectors in foul trouble. So teams have really been good off the bounce against Ole Miss's perimeter defense. And that's something South Carolina hopefully can take advantage of on Saturday in Oxford. Now, again, you're looking at a team in Ole Miss. I'm not going to say desperate, but, Ole Miss has got to win. They're now on the outside. They're on the bad side of the bubble now. They're a first four out.
Yeah, that loss to Mississippi State officially put them on the outside looking in. So a lot of stakes in this game for them and for South Carolina, who again has dropped a couple spots as far as their own individual seeding going. This is more kind of a case of stop the bleeding. Losing to Ole Miss tomorrow doesn't knock you out of the NCAA tournament. It certainly would bolster your resume a little bit more if you're able to pick up this win and get yourself back on the right track as you head into the stretch of these final couple games of the regular season. But definitely postseason aspirations on the line in different ways for both these teams tomorrow.
You know what the good news is that these games are played on the court?
Yes.
Because the odds makers have South Carolina losing every game the rest of the season.
I was looking at that, and, I get it. Oxford's a tough place to play. Texas A&M's gotten some good teams at home this season, but even that one's like 80% A&M. I was like, I don't think I'd go that far.
I like, A&M is the analytics crew likes A&M.
Sure.
More than their one-loss record likes A&M.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the reality of it. Yes, if Texas A&M is playing to their level, Texas A&M can be a very difficult team to beat. A&M is, like you said, had some nice wins at home, but they're also a team that lost to Vandy.
Yeah.
I don't care if that's home road. I don't care if that game was played in Buzz Williams' patio. A&M should not lose to Vandy.
I was going to say, this year, especially if you lose to Vandy, you shouldn't be in any kind of tournament.
No, and I look at that. Ole Miss, yes, they've only lost one game at home all year, but they don't play D. Florida loves to play fast. South Carolina is going to play slow.
And South Carolina's thrive against those teams that play that up-tempo, with the exception of the second half against Alabama. But I think they've learned from their mistakes on that one. And I feel like they have a good shot to make this a good game against Florida.
And I get Tennessee's coming in angry and mad and annoyed, and they want revenge and all that stuff.
Right.
But you're still playing in someone else's house.
That's right.
And South Carolina's been very good at home. And then you go to Starkville. Yes, Mississippi State, really good defensive team, not very good offensive team. That feels like it's going to be a rock fight.
Sure. Well, the first game of the season was.
Yeah. So I look at those games. Again, I get the odds makers, but then if you take a step back and really look at the way these teams have played on the court, I'm not sitting here going, oh, yeah, they're definitely going to. No, I still talk about, you and I have talked about this. A 2-3 or a 3-2 run at the end is just fine. And then you move on to the tournament.
I think that's perfectly feasible. At that point in time, you'd probably, depending on which of those two wins you have, you're probably looking somewhere around 7, 6, maybe even a 5 seed if you're, end up knocking off Tennessee or Florida or something like that. But it's not a bad place to be.
Oh, think about this. The beginning of the year, where were you picked in the SEC?
13th, 14th, depending on who you talk to.
And if you see your name come up on Selection Sunday,
that's a win.
That's a win, no matter where it goes from there.
You would take it as a 16 seed before the
season. You
don't care. A play-in game for all we care. But yeah, definitely exceeding a lot of expectations.
All right, coming up in the post-game show with Jay and Elijah, Tony Annan will be on about the big announcement today about Liverpool and Man U playing in Colombia. It's a gigantic event, big time. Like Jay told me, it's like having the Rolling Stones and Led Zeppelin playing in your stadium. So they'll have Tony Annan on and Sean Elliott, the new the two tight end coach / run game coordinator of the South Carolina Gamecocks. That's coming up during the post-game show. Another pair of tickets. Let's do it right now, Ed Bird, 803-404-6100. Caller number 6 gets 2 tickets for the Sunday game at Founders, South Carolina Belmont. So give us a call right now. And we'll come back here and talk to Travis, the grand poobah of Griffin Pool and Spa. That's next on the halftime show on The Game. Is he coming there, Josh?
Yeah.
What is that?
You hear, like, turn the volume off.
You got it?
There you go.
Hey, we're here. We're just playing around with video. As you know, we started our YouTube channel, The Game TV. Now we're experimenting on being out on the road and using StreamYard to get on our YouTube channel. And so we're just like, and my computer's making all sorts of weird noises. All right. And by the way, way too close. I like the Game TV YouTube channel where it's a little bit farther back here. I don't even look at myself that close, Travis. I'm in the mirror at home shaving.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow. Our buddy Travis from Griffin Pools and Spas is here. First of all, like always, thanks a lot for having us out.
Absolutely. Enjoy you coming.
And I'm gonna tell you this: I was gonna save it on the air, but Tyler asked you off the air. You brought in pizza. That pizza was phenomenal. Give him a shout out. I
Oh
could
yeah,
care less.
Velocino's on Sunset Boulevard.
Wow.
Absolutely, good stuff.
That was good, man. Jeez, wow. I wonder if we can get the hey, we ate your pizza at Griffin Pool and Spa discount on the way
I know,
out.
right?
You got a lot of cool stuff going on here. And it is a great time of year. If you're looking at whether you're looking at a spa, whether you want to put it out on your patio, your deck, the man cave, pool out in the backyard. This is the time to come in and check this stuff out at Griffin Pool and Spa. And
Absolutely. Yep. This weekend we have the lowest prices of the year on in-ground vinyl pools and Latham fiberglass pools. So the prices won't be any cheaper as the year goes along. So if you're looking for a pool and want a pool by summer, now's the time to come and buy it for sure. Because like I said, these incentives will be gone Monday.
yeah, it's only till Monday. And again, free in-home presentations, free delivery. There's also some little perks if you get it done this weekend too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. We have financing available. So if you're looking for financing options, we have 3 different sources for financing. And like I said, there's incentives and kickbacks from the manufacturers. So definitely a lot of free stuff available
Now,
if you purchase by Monday.
do I get the special? I'm poor because I'm in radio, $1 a month.
Oh yeah, we have financing for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll find you something for sure.
And I really like if you were, let's say I came in here and I said, man, I really like to put a pool out in the backyard. How does that work?
Yep. So you just call. We get you in touch with our salesperson. They'll come out, give you an in-home presentation, tell you what works best, what kind will work best, and price it out for you. And a couple of weeks, we'll be digging in your yard, swimming by summer.
Yeah. Every time, last time we talked, I don't think I told you, I once had a hot tub in my living room.
Yeah, you told
In
me.
my house. I tell you the story. And how much my girlfriend at the time, and now my ex-girlfriend, probably because of that, was not very happy with me.
Yeah, one was leaving, right?
Oh,
You
yeah,
were the
she was
spot.
done. She was like, I can't believe you put that behind the couch. I'm like, what was like Better Homes and Gardens coming in soon to like take a picture? I got a hot tub. I just played basketball. I'm sore. I jumped in my hot tub. I grabbed a beer and I'm watching TV.
There you go.
I'm in heaven. I don't
Right.
care about what it looks like.
Yes.
Who cares about style and all that mess.
Yeah.
But anyway, so if you want to get a spa, whether it's maybe you want to put it in your living room, maybe you want to put it on the patio, the deck, maybe in the basement or wherever the case, you guys are set to go, right?
Yep, we have over 30 spas in stock ready for delivery. So Bullfrog, Tropic Seas, 2 different brands that we sell. There's special factory incentives on those. So come in, let us show you around, pick you out a spa, and you can have that delivered within a week. And we also have financing available for those.
Or did anything I miss? Anything I missed we need to get to?
Yep,
Sometimes
and we
I miss
also
stuff.
sell above ground pools. So we have actually our 23 pricing on above ground pools. So come in before Monday and capitalize on those prices. Otherwise, you'll be paying 24 prices, and you can get signed up and have a pool by spring too.
So this is great. In-ground, above ground, spa. What else do you need?
What else do you need? And all these discounts and incentives due in Monday. So don't delay. Don't
Got till
come Tuesday and say,
It's
I
right.
want this deal.
Man, I heard about it, but I couldn't get here on Tuesday. Well, oh well. Sorry. So again, very simple to get to. You're right here at Griffin Pool and Spa in North Lake in Lexington. Come on out. What are your hours next few days?
Yep, 9 to 5 today, 9 to 5 tomorrow. We are closed Sunday, and then 9 to 5 rest of the week.
All right, fantastic. Last question. Did you see the guy jumping the pool out?
Oh yeah, I think he was a little deceived with the sunshine because after he come up, he was complaining about the cold weather. So
little
the cold
cold.
water. So yeah,
It was a little cold.
hopefully he'll get a good game and a Gamecock win.
Now, is
for
there,
all his,
is there
passes.
anything you would jump into that pool for? Is there a prize you would jump in that pool for?
A lottery.
Yeah,
Win
there
the
you go.
lottery.
It's like I ain't doing tickets, but you
Yeah.
give me seven, 8, 9 figures.
I know Josh. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
get tickets without jumping.
That's right. Travis, again, thank you so
I
much. We
appreciate
love
it.
being out here. We love hanging out with you guys, and man, we love the pizza. Cheers.
All right. Absolutely.
Our buddy
Appreciate y'all
Travis.
coming.
The Grand Poobah would call you a Griffin Pool and Spa. You like that? We'll get you a
Okay.
Water Buffalo Lodge hat from the Flintstones.
Sure.
Put that on you.
Sure.
Thanks a lot, Travis. We
I appreciate it.
No problem. We appreciate you. We are again hanging here live at Griffin Pool and Spa. The biggest discounts of the year. In-ground pools. You heard above ground pools also have great savings as well. Vinyl, fiberglass doesn't matter. Call or come in before Monday and schedule your free in-home presentation. Also, factory incentives on the spa purchases, free delivery. You got cover, lifter, steps, you name it. They've got it taken care of for you. Over 30 spas in stock, ready to deliver. Sale does end on Monday. We'll come back in here. Terry Ford, Tyler Head, as we were hanging live at Griffin Pool and Spa, and we will rewind and hear some Dawn Staley from last night after a historic victory over Alabama at CLA. That's up next. It's a halftime show broadcasting live from Griffin Pool and Spa, North Lake and Lexington. Terry Ford, Tyler's here, Josh is here, Maggie's here. Ed Bird has got the steering wheel back at the studio. We go till 3. Then a special post-game show with Jay and Elijah. Sean Elliott will be on there, the new run game coordinator, tight ends coach at South Carolina. And Tony Annan talking about the big announcement today that Man U and Liverpool will play in Columbia. That's an event. So we'll hear all about that on the post-game show with Jay and Elijah from 3 to 6. We'll come back here. Final segment of the halftime show on the game. What they'll do, all right, halftime show, Terry Ford, Tyler Head. We got so much to get to. We got Firehouse Sub text. We got 2 texts we got to get to. Also want to play some Dawn Staley sound from last night, a historic night for Dawn and the Gamecock women. But stop all that stuff. So we're sitting here going to break. And all of a sudden, what's your name?
Eli.
Eli comes walking in. Eli's like, is it too late to win some tickets to go see South Carolina Clemson? I'm ready to jump in the pool. Now, Eli, our buddy Jacob, who came in and jumped in, at least was leaving the gym and had his gym clothes on. You, my friend, are in your work gear.
Just clocked out.
You just clock out?
Yeah.
So you're ready to rock and roll and jump in your work gear to get tickets.
Let's do it.
Now, okay, Jacob cannonballed. It's pretty impressive. Can you drop a cannonball out there?
I'll do it.
All right, we're going to get you out there with Josh and Maggie. You're going to get the video, and after it's done, now, no, wait a minute, you know how to swim?
Of course.
Now, ready, we have to do this for legal reasons. If you drown, you're not going to sue us, right?
Not at all.
All right, there we go. Eli, I'm going to send you on out there, jump in the pool, get yourself some tickets to go see South Carolina Clemson, okay? And
Awesome.
thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening, my friend. We appreciate
Absolutely love listening to you
it.
guys.
Thank you. And Eli in his work clothes.
That's right.
This puts him ahead of Jacob now as our favorite guy. You're our new favorite guy, bro.
Awesome.
Good deal, man. You can take that off, give
Thank
it to
you, thank
Tyler,
you.
and get on in there. We appreciate
Thanks,
you,
man.
Eli.
Good job.
So Eli's going to go jump in. Josh will get some more slow motion video. Because, he was with the yearbook.
He was. I feel like we're venturing down a path with this power of being able to tell people what to do to win tickets that this can get very out of hand very fast.
Yeah, this could get kooky. Well, we heard a story about somebody jumping into a hot tub filled with chocolate.
I
That might be
mean,
next time.
could wrestle for the tickets in a hot tub full of chocolate next time. I mean, the
Now-
possibilities are endless.
See, now we're getting into liability because if someone's wrestling,
Yeah,
there
it's
could
true.
be injuries.
Very true.
See, look at you thinking violence. You thinking violence. All right, Firehouse Sub text the hour. I've got one from last hour. We got to get caught up.
Yep.
All right, this one was interesting. I want to get this. It was from a Panther fan. As a Panthers fan, I can wholeheartedly second the argument that Bryce Young is headed down the bust path. He's way too short, and he's looked lost even when he's had time to throw. Plus, he's had a ton of inexplicable fumbles. Sorry, but my eyes don't lie. Go Panthers. From Albert. Again, Albert, you might end up being right. I think of some of these things you saw. I guess my point was this. The issues Bryce Young had, just in my opinion, weren't because he was too short.
Sure.
Now, if you say he looked lost at times, he couldn't maybe have trouble reading defenses or reading the field. Okay. I don't know how much of that is he's too short because we've seen guys under 6 foot like a Russell Wilson,
Right.
like Drew Brees was at 6 foot. Kyler Murray's like 4'3". I mean, we've seen guys who have been successful now under
Oh,
6
there
feet.
he goes.
Did he go?
Cannonball.
Did he
Perfect.
cannonball?
Yes, he did.
Nice. Eli in his work clothes,
His
by
work
the way.
clothes.
My man had his work hat on, his work gear. We love Jacob. He was the first. He'll always be special in our hearts. But a man showing up from work in his work boots and his work gear, jumping in, he might be our new favorite guy.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to top. That's for sure.
All right, so I appreciate the text. And look, at the end of the day, you might end up being right. Bryce Young might end up being a bust. We don't know. I just don't think it's the height, Tyler.
not.
I think it's other things.
The game has changed, and again, you look at a guy like Kyler Murray, who again is 5'8" on a good day. that's not an excuse that you can use anymore. Bryce Young definitely needs more pieces around him. He needs a coach he knows is going to be around for more than a year too. I mean, Frank Wright was canned after 8-9 games or whatever it was, so that certainly didn't help out his cause either. So he's just not in a good situation right now at Carolina. Hopefully this Canales hire can get things trending in the right direction, because I don't want Bryce Young to be a bust. I don't think anybody does. But unfortunately, he's being put in that position right now because he just doesn't have a lot of help around him.
I'll say this: if Bryce Young, because some of the blame does go to Bryce Young. It's not everything. Bryce Young does get his share of blame.
Sure.
But if the Carolina Panthers shore up the offensive line for Bryce Young, get Bryce Young weapons to throw the football to, get themselves a running game, a solid running game, and in 2 years we're still having conversations about Bryce Young struggling, then you start saying, and plus you build an offense for Bryce Young.
Sure.
And if you do all those things and he still struggles, that's a different conversation.
You know what would really help them out? Having a first-round pick.
Oh, they don't have one.
They don't have one of those.
They gave it up
And
for
you know
Bryce
what?
Young.
They would have had the top pick once again.
Now, let me ask you. Well, again, now here's the question: if you don't make that trade and you go down the road you're going to go down with some kind of retread type quarterback or whatever, do you still have the first pick?
That's the $1 million
I know.
question here. So
You have one real
unfortunately, yeah, I do. Real quick, you're just kind of talking about the women's team, and somebody said, I guess they must have said this last night on the broadcast, said ESPN said the women won a share of the title. How's that possible if they haven't lost a game? So I guess technically speaking, they could tie with LSU if South Carolina lost their last 3 and LSU won their last 3, but they win the head-to-head tiebreaker from beating them in the regular season. So there's no way that LSU can unseat them, though technically they could be co-champions.
Right. So thank you for the text on the Firehouse Subtext on 803-446-100. All right, Edberg, let's get a couple of cuts from Dawn. First of all, here's Dawn Staley saying, this winning SEC championships never gets old. Go for it, Ed.
Not beat you up. And then these jetpacks controlling us now. Harder, softer. So this tub is 13. That tub is 5-year warranty. And I guess yeah. And this goes down.
We do talk about how being undefeated at this point is so unexpected.
Sure.
With all the new pieces and parts that went into this team and all the experience they lost from last year and the quality of players they lost from last year.
Right.
But still, they were picked to be a team in the top 6 in America.
Yeah, we knew their step back or their rebuilding year was still going to be pretty darn good. I just don't think anybody, including us here, thought it was going to be as good as it's turned out to be. So, that doesn't mean that they weren't going to, be a factor for the SEC or be a factor for the national title. But maybe you thought they would have gotten tripped up a time or two to this point in the season. So at this point in time, everything's gravy, and now you're adding to this debate of whether you're a dynasty or not. But I'd say 8 conference titles, regular season titles, at least in the last 11 years. If you're not a dynasty, you're on the foothold of it. And if you go out there and get your 3rd national championship in a handful of years, I think you've made it to dynasty level, in my opinion.
Real quick, Edberg, give us one more cut. Dawn Staley comparing this year's team to last year's squad or past squads.
Yeah.
You have to be a roster. Okay, so right. And you wish it. And then what are our
Like in this tub?
Yes, no lounger, this side, and this.
Alright, that's what you got done.
So what I love about this is my biggest.
What is thinking about? Hello?
And then I have
What's your blowout?
Yeah, so that price is 13. Manufacturer given like free limit. So when you float the cover, you kind of have to make it on that whole blowout, so you're not. You want to buy it, drag it all.
So that was like that house.
So it's about $500 worth of manufacturing.
So there's Dawn just kind of comparing this team to others, and obviously it's younger than the ones we've seen in the past.
Absolutely.
All right, we want to thank our buddy Travis at Griffin Pool and Spa, Eli and Jacob for jumping into that nice cold pool to get tickets We got 2 pair of tickets to give away right now for the Sunday game, Belmont, South Carolina. 2 pair to callers number 7 and 8. So Ed Bird, get ready for that at 404 at 803-446-6100. Josh, thank you. Maggie, thank you. Ed Bird, thank you. Tyler, good job. Everybody, nice work. Halftime show from Griffin Pool and Spa. Post-game show is next on the gate. Nice work, sir. Appreciate you. Good job.
Thanks for coming on, Tyler.
Yeah,
Thanks for
right.
coming all the way.
I was gonna say it was practically a drive home.
We had to